Countrymen received all-out support during corona pandemic only for having Awami League in power during crisis, says Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina.
একমাত্র আওয়ামী লীগ সরকার ক্ষমতায় ছিল বলেই মানুষ এই সহযোগিতাটা পেয়েছে। এখানে যদি অন্য কেউ থাকতো তো কত যে মানুষ মারা যেত, কত যে দুরবস্থা মানুষের হতো তা মানে ভাষায় বলা যায় না।
Bangladesh Awami League forms 8 divisional teams to intensify organizational activities. No controversial person to find placement within party, says Ibadul Qadir. Construction work of new dual-gauge rail track between Dhaka-Tongi and Tongi-Jaidepur apace as project achieves 35% completion. Complexities ease as about 3,500 expatriate workers leave for Saudi Arabia over past 7 days. Second round of National Vitamin A Plus campaign starts tomorrow and to continue until October 17. Corona-related deaths in country decrease as 20 die of virus in last 24 hours, figure being lowest in past 4 months. Novel coronavirus day toll around world crosses 10,34,000. Corona positive US president taken to hospital. Assalamu alaikum viewers, I'm Tanzila Mana Sultana welcoming you all to News at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chattogram Center. You have just heard the headlines, now moving on to the details. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has said her government has been working tirelessly to face the COVID-19 pandemic and keep running the country's economy. The Prime Minister said this in her introductory speech at a meeting of the Awami League Central Working Committee at Ganobhavan in Dhaka this morning. The Premier said that the government has reached relief and cash incentive to every people, announced various stimulus packages, taken prompt health-related measures and initiatives to increase food production to overcome the onslaught of the COVID-19 pandemic on the livelihoods of the people and the economy. Sheikh Hasina thanked the leaders and activists of the party and its front and associate bodies to stand by the people during the COVID-19 pandemic, Cyclone Amphan and the flood by risking their lives. The Premier said that people have got the assistances from the government only for having the Awami League in power. The Prime Minister said no other party and organization came forward to stand beside the distressed people during the pandemic.
আওয়ামী লীগের যে তৃণমূল পর্যায়ে সাংগঠনিক শক্তি আছে, এই করোনা মোকাবেলার সময় তারা যখন মাঠে নেমেছে তখনই সেটা প্রমাণিত হয়েছে। আজকে যে কারণে আমার প্রায় 522 জন নেতাকর্মী সব মৃত্যুবরণ করেছে। এই যে এত বড় স্যাক্রিফাইস আর কোনো দল তো করেনি। তারা লিপ সার্ভিস দিয়েছে, কিন্তু তাদেরকে কিন্তু মাঠে মানুষের পাশে দেখা যায়নি। জনগণের সংগঠন হচ্ছে আওয়ামী লীগ, আর আওয়ামী লীগ জনগণের পাশে আছে এবং সেটা এবারও এই দুর্যোগ করোনা মহামারী এর সময়ও যেটা প্রমাণ হয়েছে। তো জনগণের আস্থা বিশ্বাসটা হচ্ছে আমাদের একমাত্র সম্বল, সেটাই আমাদের শক্তি।
Awami League General Secretary, Road Transport and Bridges Minister Ibadul Qadir and members of its Central Working Committee were present at the meeting. The Awami League has formed 8 divisional teams comprising Central Working Committee members to operationalize the party plan for gearing up organizational activities across the country. The divisional teams were formed at a meeting of the Awami League Central Working Committee at the Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's official Ganobhavan residence in Dhaka today. Prime Minister and Awami League President Sheikh Hasina chaired the meeting. Later, Awami League General Secretary Ubaidul Qadir announced the formation of the teams at a briefing at his official residence. He said Party President Sheikh Hasina gave directives to all to remain alert in forming organizational committees, as tested and devoted workers of the crisis period cannot be dropped from the committees.
মাননীয় সভাপতি জননেত্রী শেখ হাসিনা সাংগঠনিক কমিটি গঠনের কাছে দুর্দিনে ত্যাগী পরীক্ষিত নিবেদিত নেতা কর্মীরা যাতে বাদ না পড়ে সেদিকে সকলকে লক্ষ্য রাখার নির্দেশ
Dr. Deepu Moni and Organizing Secretary Mirza Azam will act as the team coordinators of Dhaka Division. Dr. Deepu Moni and Organizing Secretary Shafiul Alam Chaudhry Nadal will act as the team coordinators of Mymensingh Division. Joint General Secretary Mahbubul Alam Hanif and Organizing Secretary Shakawat Hussain Shafiq will act as the team coordinators of Sylhet Division. Mahbubul Alam Hanif and Organizing Secretary Ahmed Hussain will act as the team coordinators of Chattogram Division. The construction work of 2 new rail lines on the Dhaka-Tongi route and a dual-gauge line on the Tongi-Jaidepur route has been progressing smoothly. In the meantime, some 35% work of the project has been completed. The 49-kilometer third and fourth tracks from Kamlapur to Tongi station and a 13-kilometer dual-gauge track from Tongi to Jaidepur will cost Taka 1106 crore. Experts say these tracks will ease communications on Tongi, Gazipur, Tangail, Mymensingh, Jamalpur, Narshingdi, Brahmanbaria and Kumila roads. Besides, these 3 new tracks will reduce pressure on road transports, easing communications to and from the capital. The Dhaka, Tongi and Tongi Jaidepur rail tracks construction project will be completed in 2023 if the coronavirus situation does not hamper its momentum. The nationwide Vitamin A Plus campaign will kick off tomorrow. The campaign will end on October 17. About 2 crore 20 lakh children aged between 6 and 59 months will be fed Vitamin A Plus capsules. The number of children aged 6 to 11 months is about 27 lakh, and the number of children aged 12 to 59 months is nearly 1 crore and 93 lakh. The total number of capsule feeding centers is 1,20,000. The number of health workers is about 2,40,000, and the number of health service provider is about 40,000. The crisis of stranded expatriates over return to their workplaces in Saudi Arabia is going to be ended. A total of 3,318 expatriates have reached the Arab state in the last 7 days. Bangladeshis have started going back to Saudi Arabia after that country resumed international flight operations on September 23. The Biman Bangladesh Airlines is operating special flights into Saudi Arabia, and it has so far carried 910 expatriates. However, the Biman is yet to resume its scheduled commercial flights into the oil-rich Middle East country for not getting permission from the receiving end. The Biman is also carrying passengers of commercial flights who have returned tickets, and it does not charge additional fares. The Biman Bangladesh Airlines operated 3 flights into Saudi Arabia from 26 to 29 September. On the other hand, the Saudi Arabian Airlines has so far carried 2,408 Bangladeshi expatriates into that country. Shautal tribal community of Krishnapur Adibashi Para of Thakurgaon district used to live at normal houses for long days, but new houses built under rehabilitation project initiated by the Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina have changed their lives with modern facilities. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's gift has changed their lifestyle, while Shautals lived at broken houses during rainy day with unbearable sufferings. But after getting new houses, they are seeing ray of hope of life. Every Shautal family of Krishnapur Adibashi Para has received a house with 2 bedrooms, a tubewell and a toilet with modern facilities. Shautals are very happy now after getting gifts from Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. 20 COVID-19 patients died in the last 24 hours in the country, increasing the death toll from the pandemic to 5,325. The recovery count rose to 2,80,069 after another 1,442 recovered during the period. A press release of the Directorate General of Health Services said today, it said the tally of infections has surged to 3,67,565 with 1,182 new cases being confirmed. Moving on to international news. COVID-19 global death toll crosses 10,34,000 with more than 3,49,17,000 infected. On the other hand, more than 2,59,56,000 people have recovered so far. The US, the current epicenter of the pandemic, has now 75,57,000 confirmed cases and 2,13,592 deaths. India, which is in the second spot in the list of nations worst hit by coronavirus, has now about 65 lakh confirmed cases and 1,01,152 deaths. In Brazil, the total death toll from COVID-19 is 1,45,431, while 48,82,231 people were infected. US President Donald Trump has been flown to hospital after testing positive for coronavirus. His doctor said Trump was fatigued but in good spirits, and in a later update that he was doing well. Trump has so far been treated with an experimental drug cocktail injection and the antiviral medication remdesivir after both he and First Lady Melania Trump tested positive for COVID-19. In exactly 1 month, Trump faces Joe Biden in the presidential election. The president's diagnosis has upended his campaign and also cast doubt on his attempt to get a new Supreme Court judge confirmed before polling day. Now news on sports. Royal Challengers Bangalore beat Rajasthan Royals by 8 wickets in the first match of the day. To end the bulletin headlines once again. Countrymen received all-out support during corona pandemic only for having Awami League in power during crisis, says Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Bangladesh Awami League forms 8 divisional teams to intensify organizational activities. No controversial person to find placement within party, says Ubaidul Qadir. Construction work of new dual gauge rail track between Dhaka, Tongi and Tongi Jaidepur apace as project achieves 35% completion. Complexities ease as about 3,500 expatriate workers leave for Saudi Arabia over past 7 days. Second round of National Vitamin A Plus campaign starts tomorrow and to continue until October 17. Corona-related deaths in country decrease as 20 die of virus in last 24 hours, figure being lowest in past 4 months. Novel coronavirus death toll around world crosses 10,34,000. Corona positive US president taken to hospital. And that's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us, and we invite you to watch our 11:30 p.m. Bangla News. Until then, Khoda Hafiz.